the meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And without further ado, we will get started ourselves. I do have to say I have a pretty hard stop at 6. I'm on pickup duty from soccer practice. So if anyone, wants to hang on and chat, we can definitely set up another time to do that. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because sometimes we can chat after meetings. But anyway, here we are. Welcome back. We have a lot of returning people and many new people. So I just want to start off by quick doing introductions. I am Kim Lewinsky. That's me right here on the bottom. Oh, it sounds, can everyone make sure that they're muted? I think we're getting some feedback from somebody. Thank you. Dr. Bob Vogel, who is our founding director, he is unfortunately not here today because he is off on a fabulous trip in France. So I'm going to stop for one more second. Can everyone please double check that you're muted? We're getting a lot of feedback. Okay. I'm still hearing it. Is anyone else hearing the feedback? Is it just me, or do you all hear that feedback?
Karen, can you please mute?
Yeah, I hear it too.
I hear it too.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. Let me see if I can figure out who it is, and I can mute them myself. Hold on. Let me stop sharing here and see.
Karen Leone.
Who is it? Karen Leone. Okay. All right. I think I just muted her. Okay. There we go. That is better. Let's try that again. So, oh, no, that's not the right screen. Where did my screen go? Sorry, always technical difficulties here, I think. No, that's not it. There we go. All right. That was the problem. Here we go. All right, and we're back. Okay, so back to who we are. So Bob is the founding director. He is in France tonight, so he will not be joining us. Trent McLaurin was supposed to be here tonight, but he is currently at the hospital as his wife is in labor. So I've been waiting all day to hear some news. I haven't heard anything yet, but fingers crossed all is going well with him, and we're excited to hear the news. Leslie, are you on? I'm not sure if I saw you get on. So I'm not sure if Leslie is here. Leslie is one of our consultants for the program. She has been really instrumental in doing a lot of the research on the effectiveness of the program. She also helps with school visits and mentoring new schools and things like that. So this is Leslie. You'll be hearing from her in the future. And finally, we have Joe Rogers, who, for lack of a better title, have him as special projects, because he's kind of the jack of all trades for us, but he does a lot of work with our website, helping to put our newsletter together. He was instrumental in helping to create the religion companion to Writers Matter and many other jobs. So
Excuse me, I'm a Joe of all trades, not Jack.
There you go. So
and this picture was taken in Anne Marie Dossmore's office. I should have been working, but I looked good that day.
You did. So good thing you got your picture right when you needed to. So this is kind of our team, and we look forward to getting to know those of you that are new and continuing to develop our relationship with those of you that have been here for many years. Just so you know, we do have a Facebook page and a Twitter page, and we have a Writers Matter website. So we're hoping to be a little more active on our social media sites. That has not been something we've overly done, but hopefully we'll get more on those this year. But definitely our website is something that you want to bookmark. It's a great resource for you. We list a lot of information. All of our newsletters are there, and digital copies of all of our materials, things like that. So please feel free to jump on that and go ahead and start to follow us on social media, as we hope to have more information coming your way. So before we get started, I would like to just have everybody very, very quickly, because there's a lot of us on the call, but I think it's really important to see who all is here. So make sure that your name is on the screen, and I'm just going to go around and say your name. Please just introduce yourself by telling us your name, what school you're with, what grade you're teaching, and how many years you've been in the program. So if you're brand new, say I'm brand new. And that way it just gives everybody an idea of the community that they are a part of. So I'm going to stop sharing so that everyone can see each other's face as we do that. And I'm just going to call the name as I see it on the screen. So Kay Sturmo.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you just mute yourself real quick? I'm Kate Sturmo. I teach 4th grade at St. Monica School.
Thank you. Francisca, am I saying that right?
Francia.
Francia, thank you.
Yeah, Francia Battershon. I actually teach at Penrose. I'm 7th and 8th grade math, and I'm new.
Excellent. Welcome. Joan Doritas.
Hi, Joan Doritas, St. Andrew's School, grade 7 ELA. And this is our beginning of our 3rd year.
Thank you. Megan Dellavacchio.
Hi, I teach at St. Andrews, and I teach at St. Andrews 3rd grade, and this is my 2nd year.
Okay. Christine McNeil. Actually, she's driving. I don't want to. You're muted. So you can introduce yourself when you come back on. I don't want you to crash. S. Melissa. Okay, I don't see anyone there. Keisha.
Hello, my name is Keisha, excuse me, Hill. I'm from Penrose School, and I support 3rd through 8th grade.
Excellent. There she is. Hi, Sister Melissa. Do you want to just quickly introduce yourself? I think you're on mute.
I knew I was going to get called when I had to get up.
It's always how it is. It's like taking a bite of food or getting up from your seat, right?
Yep. I'm Sister Melissa. I'm the principal at St. Monica School.
Thank you. And Leslie, there you are. You are here. They can see you in the flesh.
I'm Leslie Pugash, and I work with the Writers Matter team, and this is my 8th year.
Maureen.
Hi, I'm Maureen. I'm the 5th grade reading teacher at CW Henry. The program's been at Henry forever, but this is my 5th year.
And she's not lying. It has been there longer than I've been around. So Kristen, are you there? I see lights. I'm not sure if anyone's there.
Hi, my name's Kristen Kapczynski. I teach 4th grade at St. Monica School.
Thank you. Joan? Oh, all right. Looks like Joan's driving too. Joan's been here forever too. So we'll just, she's from Stanton. And fifth grade this year, Joan, or 4th? 4th grade. All right. And Kathleen?
Hi, I actually go by Katie O'Killen. I teach 4th grade at St. Andrew's School. This is my 2nd year in the program.
Thank you. Jackie?
Which one?
Oh, sorry, Jackie Hart.
That's me. Hi, I'm at St. Andrew's School. I'm the vice principal, and this is our 3rd year.
Thank you. Denise Klein?
Oh, hi, Denise Klein. I'm the school counselor at J. Hampton Moore for grades 3 through 5, and this is my 3rd year doing Writers Matter.
Thank you. Stephanie? All right. How about we'll come back around if you're able to get yourself off mute, Stephanie. How about Joan Kunick?
Hi, I'm Joan Kunick. I'm the 2nd grade teacher at our Mother of Constellation, and this is my 1st year doing this.
Thank you. Morgan Moore?
Hi, I'm Morgan Moore. I'm the 4th grade general ed teacher at St. Francis de Sales School, and this is my 1st year as a part of the program, but I think it's my school's 2nd year.
Excellent. Yes, thank you. Sister Ann Mark, are you with us?
Yes, hi. I'm trying to work on getting, nothing's working today as usual. But anyhow, I'm Sister Ann Mark. I'm the vice principal at St. Cecilia School, and we're brand new. So our school is excited about starting the program.
We're excited to have you. Nicole?
Thanks.
Alfred?
Hello, my name is Nicole. I think this is the 1st year for Writers Matters program. I'm a 4th grade teacher at St. Francis de Sales School.
Excellent. Welcome. Laurel Sable?
Hello, I'm Laurel. I teach 8th grade at St. Cecilia's. So this is our 1st year.
Excellent. Anne Marie?
Sorry about that. So I'm on here twice, just in case you know, because I have to run to grab my daughter in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I have it on my phone ready to go when I need to swap. So in case you're wondering. I am Anne-Marie Dosmore. I am the assistant principal at Monsignor Bonner and Archbishop Pendergast High School. We started it at our school about 4 or 5 years ago when Joe Rogers started it. And this is my 3rd year teaching it to our freshmen.
Excellent. Thank you. Karen Leone?
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, gotcha.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. All right, I'm Karen Leone. I'm the 6th grade ELA teacher at St. Cecilia's, and this is my 1st year with Writing Matters.
Thank you. Jackie? It just says Jackie. Are you with us? All right, I'll go on to Colleen.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, because I'm Colleen White. I'm from Moore Elementary School, and I want to say this is through Kellyanne Coughlin and Mrs. Schultz and I want to say this is either like our 6th, well, my 6th or 7th year with Writers Matter.
Thanks for coming. Crystal.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I teach 7th and 8th grade at CW Henry, and I think this is my 6th or 7th year with Writers Matters as well.
Excellent. I think it's Joe Lignor. I'm probably saying it wrong. Are you there? All right, we'll go to the next one. People are bouncing around, so I want to make sure I get everybody on my screen. Christina. Oh, you're muted.
There we go. Sorry. I'm Christina Breen. I teach 7th grade at Presentation BVM.
Excellent. Thank you. Joe, you kind of, oh, he's on the phone. I'll go to Olivia.
No, I'm good. I'm here.
You went dark for a second. I didn't know.
Sorry, we're having a copier crisis. This is working that, you know how it is. That's why we go digital. But Joseph Rogers, it's so nice to be with you. This is my 5th year with Writers Matter. I'm the Director of Academic Support at Pope John Paul II High School, but my heart is still at 403 North Lansdowne Avenue at Bonner Prendy.
There you go. Olivia.
Hi, my name's Olivia Lang. I teach 8th grade at Presentation BVM School, and this is my 3rd year with Writers Matter.
Thank you. Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl Jackson. I am at CW Henry School, grade 3, teacher leader for the school. And I've been up in the years. Every time I hear somebody else say their years, I'm like, oh, Leslie said 8, so I must be at least 10. I thought I said 9, but now I feel like it was a couple more before her. So at least 11. Let's go with 11.
Thanks. Kennedy.
Hold on. Did it work? Okay.
Yep, we got
I'm
you.
Kennedy. I teach at St. Monica's. It's my 3rd year and I teach 3rd grade.
Thank you. Kelly Blunt.
Hi, I'm Kelly Blunt. I teach at Fittler 3rd grade, and this is my 2nd year. Thanks to Mr. Jackson.
So Kelly's an example of one who started at one school and is now at a new school and bringing the program with her. So we're so grateful for that. Kellyanne.
Hi, Kellyanne Coughlin, J. Hampton Moore, creative writing to all grades.
And not part of the program forever.
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
years or something crazy.
Kelly Harback.
Kelly Harback. I'm at CW Henry, and I think maybe 6 years with the program.
Yeah. And Eva Snyder.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm the middle school ELA teacher at St. Monica's. This is our 1st year with the program.
Excellent. And Eileen Heller.
Hi, Anne and Danielle were distracting me.
Of course they are.
Anne's doing our PFT building rep meeting, so she's right here. So I'm Eileen Heller. I teach at EM Stanton with Joan, Danielle, Anne, and the crew. I think this is what, I don't know, maybe my 8th year, something like that.
Yeah.
This year I teach 6, 7, and 8 reading and writing. Yeah.
Wow.
Learning all 3 curriculums by myself.
Yay for that.
Yay.
Is there anybody I missed? Because I know some screens bounced around a little bit. Andre, I have you, but I'm going to introduce you separately later. So
I just jumped on, so I probably,
yes.
I just
There
got
you
out of our
are.
team meeting. Hey, hi, everybody. Francesca Canarini. I'm presuming I'm introducing myself.
Yeah.
CW Henry, I teach 6th through 8th grade social studies, and I've been part of the Writers Matter program for 17 years.
Yes. That's awesome. Thank you. Is there anyone else I missed?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
Helen McLean.
Oh, there you are.
I'm the
Yep.
principal at St. Andrew. This is our 3rd year.
Thank you. I just made another connection with you, Helen. We'll have to catch up.
Oh my
Somebody
gosh.
else you taught once upon a time.
Great.
All right. Anyone else? Okay, so I'll get back.
I'm Christine McNeil. I couldn't talk before.
Yes,
I was driving,
yes,
but
thank you.
I'm still driving, but I'm out late. I teach at 4th grade ELA at Charles W. Henry School, and I think this is my 8th year.
Fantastic. Thank you. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to have everyone introduce themselves because I think it's so cool to see what an interesting group this really is, right? There's over 40 people on this call right now. And as you can see, they're from all over the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, all over the School District of Philadelphia. They span different grades and different positions within the schools. And so it really just shows the awesomeness of what this group brings to the table and all the people that come together to make Writers Matter what it is. So thank you all for being here. These are a list of our participating participating schools and their teacher leaders. We do have teacher leaders at each of the schools. And, you know, if you're not sure who your teacher leader is, we will help to get in touch with you and make that connection for you. But our teacher leaders are really our liaison. Actually, I just realized Aubrey is not our Feltonville teacher leader anymore. So unfortunately, she just moved. So I'll have to swap that out. But they're really people that help to support the program. And so these are many of the schools that are part of the program. And we're super, super, super excited for some of our newest schools to be joining. We have St. Cecilia's, St. Monica, St. Pio, Archbishop Ryan, St. Francis de Sales. Kind of started last year, but I feel like this year it's going to be a little more of a school-wide initiative. We have Edwin Forest School, and there are actually a few more that are in the works coming our way. So as you can see, you know, there's lots of people participating in this program, and we continue to grow year after year. So I just want to make a few announcements before we get too far into this. Please stay on till the end of the meeting. I will provide a link to a Google form for you. That needs to be filled out for you to get compensated for today's meeting. So I'll put a link in the chat at the end, and we just need your name and your email so that you can get compensation for your time for being here today. We appreciate you all being here for that. If you have not picked up your materials, I think most of you have at this point, but if you do not have your materials for the school year, please send me an email. I'm just lewinsky@lasalle.edu, and the two of us can arrange a time for either you to come to LaSalle or if I can bring it to you. I do have pens for some of you that I owe. Some of you that picked up that second pickup, we had run out. The new ones came in. So I will arrange to get those to you as well. And last but not least, if you are new and feel a little lost tonight, it is okay, because we are going to have our new teacher orientation next week. Sometimes I say, like, I come into a meeting and I feel like, you know, like you come in halfway in the middle of a conversation. So I'm not going to go into depth of everything tonight, because we're going to have this new teacher orientation next week on September 18th. So anybody that is new to the program this year, if you have new teachers starting your program, you might want to encourage them to come, and we'll go into far more detail about the program, specifics of the different materials and things like that. So I think it's great for you to be here tonight just to kind of hear our kickoff, but at the same time to honor the time of those that have been in our program for, what was that, Francesca, 17 years? I think it would be a little redundant to give all that information tonight. So please do come next week to our new teacher orientation. I will probably send the invite out to everybody just because I want to make sure I don't miss anybody, but it's really designed for those that are either brand new this year or maybe just started last year. So please do pass it along to any teachers in your school that are interested in the program. Next, I just wanted to talk a little bit about community expectations. So, you know, we are really excited to have another year, another robust year. I think I've given out more materials than we ever have, which is such a sign of this growing community. And I think that those that are on our call that have been a part of this group for many years will attest to what brings you back year after year is the community that we've made with one another and hearing from each other. And so, you know, I think we can assume that as part of Writers Matter, you're agreeing to be a part of a professional community. And so what we do ask is that you attend any school-wide meetings that your teacher leader has. And those could look different from school to school. Some of them, you know, all the teachers that are doing Writers Matter, the teacher leader has some meetings just to kind of help support them with what they're working on. Other times it might just be one-on-one where the teacher leader is supporting you, but, you know, do attend those. Also, your teacher leaders are going to be asked to give us information on the program, what people are doing at your school in the program, things like that. So we do ask that if your teacher leader reaches out to you for any kind of information, how many students are in your class, or, you know, things like that, please respond to them either by email or verbal communication, because they are gathering information for us. So we appreciate that. We also ask that you attend as many of, I like to say monthly meetings, but I think we're gonna have fewer than monthly meetings, where we all come together, because really this is what it's all about. It's the sharing of lessons and ideas and student writing with one another that make the program. So most of our meetings will be in Zoom this year. We are going to have an in-person social gathering this fall. We were trying to get one at the end of the school year last year, so I will reach out and invite those couple teachers that retired that we'd all love to see again. So I'll give you that date at the end. And then, you know, we do have funders that are funding our program, and we've provided material to everybody. So we do ask that you know, you do your best faith effort to utilize the materials. Definitely the journals, get your students into the habit of writing and used to writing and using those, and also the curriculums that we provide for you. Certainly, we never say to use them with fidelity, but use them in a way that is meaningful to you and your students. And always a highlight of our year is our annual writing contest. We do give out prizes to our winners. We have 2 categories, both middle level as well as elementary students. So that's usually a lot of fun. And so we do ask and encourage you to please get your students to participate in that. Beyond that, there are tons and tons and tons of other opportunities to get involved, but you know, these are just kind of the minimal expectations. Just, you know, try to utilize the program to the best of your ability and attend as many of the meetings as you possibly can, because I think that's how you'll get the most out of this community. So to kind of kick us off, we wanted to give a shout out to all the great things that happened last year. So we had a few really great after school programs, many of which incorporated Andre, who I will introduce to those of you who don't know him in just a few minutes. We had the publication of the Wondering Book, which many schools utilized as part of their their SEL curriculum. So that was exciting. We had numerous poetry competitions and writing presentations at all of the different schools. Some were digital and kids sharing their writing and digital stories and adding music. We appreciate those of you that invited us to those events, and we continue to look forward to those invitations and coming out as we go through. We did start a community partners initiative last year, which I'll share a little bit more about in a couple minutes. But we wanted to give a huge shout out to Pope John Paul and Bonner Prendy, because they really acted upon it and brought the 2 schools together, and had a really nice day of writing around that. And we look forward to hopefully them doing a little more with that this year, and obviously others that want to. And Henry, I know you kind of created a community partners within the building, and sharing some of the writing with one another. And so you could certainly share more about that as well. We also started a great mentoring program where we had some Writers Matters teachers mentoring new Writers Matters teachers. I'm thinking of Lori and Gail, seemed to really hit it off quite well. And we also had Writers Matters students mentoring other students. I know more initiated like a buddies program where they were writing with one another. I just want to pop it out to what else? Was there anything else that anyone wants to give a shout out to? Something that you did that you thought was especially fun or cool last year? And you can just call it out. I probably can't see everybody.
Very proud that Writers Matter is now a part of our freshman orientation at Pope John Paul. You know, not only is it our learning support students that really dive into it, but we incorporate elements all throughout orientation, and we were thrilled that Dr. Lewinsky could join us this year.
Thanks, Joe. And I love that that actually stemmed from the writing contest a couple years ago, right? When you were looking for community activism, and you guys
The
really
writing
ran with
contest
it.
and a broken shoulder caused a little bit of creativity.
Hey, you know, when life gives you lemons, right? Thanks, Joe. Anyone else want to shout out anything from last year? Okay, so we will keep going. So just to kind of give you a little idea of what am I talking about with community partners, it was an initiative that we piloted last year, and it's certainly something that we want to invite and encourage any of you to do. This is something that might be nice with like a newer school and a school that's been a part of the program for a while. It might be something that two teachers want to work across schools or within schools. But the idea is really to help give our students a larger audience to share their writing and their lives with others. So, obviously the students do writing within the class and they often share the writing with each other. But by creating a community partner, we've given students an opportunity to kind of write to other students or even just to share their writing. And we've done it digitally with using Zoom, where you can kind of Zoom into each other's classes. And so, we encourage you to, if that's something that you are interested in doing again this year, we are more than happy to connect you with somebody. So you can just send us an email and we would be happy to help make that connection. Or if you want to reach out to somebody else on the side and start a program, we would love that. All we ask is that you kind of commit to some form of gathering 2 to 3 times throughout the year where you share writing. It doesn't need to be an additional piece of writing. It could be the writing like we're both doing I am froms. And so you can share those with each other. And we love the idea of actually being able to bring the groups together in person, which is what Pope John Paul and Bonner Prendy were able to do. We have funding for this. You could choose to take a field trip together as a way to bring the students together and meet each other after they've been writing to one another or sharing their writing with each other. One school could go to the other school and kind of host each other and visit that way. We're looking forward to bringing students here to LaSalle. So if you would like to bring them here and you could meet up with the other group at LaSalle and we could do a poetry slam and make a day of it. There's opportunities for that. You could also publish a book together. So if you wanted to put like student writing from one class and the other class together and create a book, we can give you funding for that. And certainly we encourage you to connect virtually as well throughout the year. So just something to kind of plant the seed early on, if that might be something that you are interested in, and we can reconnect with that in our October meeting. So just to do a quick inventory of all of the materials that we have, those of you that have been a part of the program for quite a while are familiar with this, but for those of you that are brand new, I just want to quickly share what each book is so that you can at the very least make sure that you have the right supplies for your classroom. And if you don't, then we can make sure that we get those for you. So we often refer to our elementary book as our orange book. That's this one right here on the bottom left. That is for grades 3 through 5. And so if you're teaching one of those grades, you should have that book for all of your students. Then we have what we refer to as our blue book, which is our younger middle level. So really like grades 6 and 7, this Voices of Teens, volume 2 here. That's our blue book. If you're teaching those grades, you should have that for your students. And then finally, we have our green book, which is really designed for our 8th grade students. That was our original book that got the whole program started, and then we've gone down from there. All the new teachers should have gotten a bag that had a copy of all the, at least one copy of every book, so that you can certainly feel free to look in each other's books and take different ideas and utilize them within your classroom. So no reason why a third grade teacher can't use something from the blue book if it's applicable to your classroom. We also have what we call the supplemental book. This came out of teachers that have been doing the program for many years and many different grades in the same school. So these are just some additional ideas of activities that you could do to go along with the Writers Matter themes from the other books. We also have one of our newest books, Pencils in God's Hands. So all of our Catholic school teachers should have gotten a copy of that. If you don't, I can make sure that you get one. And this is really showing how you can connect a lot of what we're doing within Writers Matter in with the religion curriculum. So we had some of our Catholic school teachers, along with Sister Edward, work on that last year. And I know many of you had started to use it this past year. Everybody should have at least one journal for every student, that and a pen to go along with that. And then our newest book, the Wonderings book, is a book that if that is something that you are interested in picking up and doing some very specific work with SEL in your school. We have a few schools that piloted it last year. We'll talk more in detail at another meeting about that, but we do have copies of those books as well, if that is something that you are interested in taking on. So I wanted to put Kellyanne on the spot for a hot second. And Kellyanne spent a lot of time last summer creating what we call a resource map. And so she took all of the resources that we have in all of these different books and put them together in a Google Drive to just make it a little more, accessible to you and hopefully easier to think about different things. So Kellyanne, would you mind just taking a couple minutes to share that with our group? I can pull it up. Let me.
I have it on my screen too.
Oh, do
whatever's
you? All right, then I will
Yeah.
share.
All right. Oh, sharing's not turned on. Oh,
It should
now I
be
am.
okay now.
Okay, now I am.
Thanks,
All right.
Kellyanne.
Hello, everyone. So I am a little bit anal about organization, as many people on here know. So for some of the people who might be new, or some people last year who maybe just wasn't on a meeting when we talked about this. So last summer, I went through and pretty much categorized every resource and writing project from elementary, middle years. I didn't do the green book, so I apologize to all the upper people, or the one above the orange, the blue book. But everything pretty much from orange down, and all the slides and the purple supplemental are organized by kind of writing, and some of it by theme. I will put this in the chat after this, but just for
I just put
organization
it in there for
purposes.
you.
Oh, perfect. So if you look here, like this kind of doesn't have anything to do with this year, but this was where we put the writing contest. And just a few things I want to point out. If you look at writing topics, so this was particularly some of the stuff with the reset curriculum, and those who are new, that was what we did over the pandemic when kids were coming back off of being home for so long, with everything obviously that was going on in the world. This is broken up by that. And hold on, I can't see my screen here. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So just to make everything easier, everything is listed here and color coded. So if, for example, you're like, oh, I want to do something on race, You can go down and say, oh, the skin I'm in, I remember when we talked about that. Oh, that's in the blue book, and then it's right here. And then you click on, and everything is right there. And I put exactly what slides they're on, what pages they're on, etc. And then one of the things that seemed to be helpful for a few people that used it is if you go by types of writing. And this is broken up into literally types of writing. So if you're like, oh, I need for this quarter something poetic, you can literally just click on it. And again, it's all like really spelled out for you that you can find like, oh, I like that Obama, the Michelle Obama, like who you going to be? I really like that video. I want to go there. You just go right up to the pink, the middle of your slide, and it's right there. And especially for some of the newer people or people who may not have used a variety of resources, there's a lot that we have of amazing stuff that teachers have done that sometimes even for me, and I'm sure like a lot of us who've been in it, it's like, you know, you forget where stuff is and it's overwhelming. And even now I forgot all about the Michelle Obama thing. Like that's in my brain right now. And then maybe some other helpful things. This, we really didn't update this. I guess I'll clear some of the things out here. Also, this cool resource thing, we started it. It didn't go too great with the form, but if you look here, again, there's so many things that we talk about at meetings that it's hard sometimes to keep up. So we were trying to just remember where to put stuff. So this was just started and we sort of never got back on it. But we need to. And then what else? This shared lesson slide, again, we started this at the end of last year and there's like a million people who could add to this, obviously. I don't know, Kim, we'll have to talk about like a way, I don't know if we made it editable, everything, just in case some technological people who might delete something or something, like we don't want to have that. But so this is something where people that have all those amazing slides of lessons that you did, we would love for you to add. This is Aubrey's and this is Lori's. And then obviously there's links on some of the other types of writing resources that link to slides as well that are right there in the other links. So we were trying, we started it. This is some stuff about the Wondering, some stuff I did years ago with the Wondering Center that was just there because somebody was asking about it before. So just use it if you can. I would love for people to actually use it because I forget sometimes that it's there. So yeah, that's it. And I want to give a shout out. I think Chapman's on here. Is Mr. Chapman on here?
Mr. Chapman is on here. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I was late.
No.
But it's great to be here. Thank you. Kimberly,
Yeah.
nice to meet you, see you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this great resource.
He's new and I'm shouting him out because we talked about this resource on Saturday morning. That's what kind of teacher he is. He's dedicated and he really appreciated that. So I just want to give you a shout out.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thank
that's
you
it,
so
Kim.
much.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, stop sharing. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay. So I'm going to say this a couple more times as we go through. Those of you that are brand new this year, don't feel overwhelmed by this. Like these are teachers that have been a part of this program for years and years and years and are just always looking to add to and revamp. We will make sure that we go through all of this. You know, we'll start in a basic way and then each year you kind of add on. But it's a great reminder for those of you coming back, just of all the resources. You can see how much is there. I was thinking, Kellyanne, probably the best thing to do with the slides is to just make a copy for yourself, because then what you can do is delete slides that you want to use, don't delete, you know what I mean, and customize them and do whatever. So I think by making a copy, then it won't mess with the ones that we currently have, right? So, but I will say,
can I just make a suggestion?
Please do.
That make a copy and then move your copy into your own drive.
Yeah.
So when you make the copy, you have the option to move it. So move it as you're making the copy. Because we belong to a Philly 5th grade one, and people tend to like leave their copies in there. And then there's just too much to look through. But if you make your copy and move it into your own drive, then it makes it
Excellent.
easier.
Smart, smart. Love that. So, and what you'll find is at our monthly meetings, people are going to share the lessons that they're using and the way that they're using it with the students and the student writing that's coming out. And so sometimes it's so fun to hear that, because then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that lesson, or that might be something I want to do next week because it goes along with something that, we're working on. So, don't feel like you need to get all of this today. Because we actually have another new resource that we're going to be talking about today as well. Just because we want to give you everything that we possibly can to really help make your day, the best you can. And I think these slides that have been created are so great because everyone can just utilize them as is or with a few tweaks, and it's really, really helpful. So thank you, Kellyanne, for that. And we'll be going back to you with the new resource for this year. The next thing I'd like to do is just give a shout out to Andre and introduce him. Andre is a part of our program once again this year. He is our poet in residence and a community activist. And Andre has done a lot of great things, going out to different schools, working with teachers in the classroom, getting kids excited about writing, puts on a great, like assembly. If you're looking to do some kind of a poetry slam or something like that. He's also done some after school programs. So Andre, I'm just going to turn it over to you to introduce yourself and share anything you want to say.
How you guys doing? I guess Ms. Kim gave a brief description of what I do, but I'm open to coming out to schools. We do daytime assembly programs to get the kids excited. We also do after school programs. Most of you probably are familiar with me, but if you aren't familiar with me and you are interested, I can send you over some video footage so you can see for yourself, or we can have conversations.
Yeah. Thanks, Andre. And we have some of your information on our website, but if you want to take a look at that and if there's some additional videos or resources that we should add, let me know and we can get those up there as well so that teachers can kind of see what it's like. Does anyone want to talk about Andre coming to your school or something that he's done at your school, just to give some of our new people an idea? Yeah, Olivia, go ahead.
So last year was our first year that Andre came out to our school. And can I just say, not only did the kids talk about it for the rest of the year, now put in mind, he came out in January. From the day that those kids walked out of graduation, they were still talking about Andre. And then even this year, my 8th graders like, that dude's coming out again, right? Like, he's coming, ain't he? I'm like, yes, we're having Andre out again. So he just leaves such an amazing impression on these kids that honestly, it really does just get them moving and get them writing, and it just gets them so into everything. So Andre, thank you. And if you have not had him out to your school yet, make sure you do. I actually just texted my principal, like, we're doing this again, right? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, we should try for more dates, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Andre, do you do high school or mostly middle school, elementary?
We do all grade levels.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem.
And Andrew, you came to our school this year as well. We had a wonderful time. I have loads of pictures I can share with you sometime. We had a wonderful time, and I'm saying, Andrew, please do something for the teachers. Come and take us into the classroom and do something with us as well. I'm begging.
We'll make sure we have Andre at our in-person social. He'll get us moving.
Okay.
Hi, Joan from Stanton. Can you hear me?
We can.
I had to pull over because I did want to shout out Andre. And just And whenever he walks in our school, he's like a star. Like kids just start flocking to him. They've asked him for his autograph. They asked him for his new music. What do you have What do you have coming out next? He's like a superstar at Stanton. And Andre has dropped some new material. I followed him. I follow his work. He's been doing work with Timberland, and he's been speaking to Maya. So we are so proud of Andre, and we love his work when he comes back to Stanton and gives back to the community. A lot of people don't know that about Andre. Andre gives back to the community in any way that he can. So we're, as a Stanton alumni, we are so proud of all of his accomplishments, and we can't wait to see what he's going to do in the future, and we want to continue our collaboration with him moving forward.
Thank you for that, and thank you for pulling over. We're glad you are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Excuse me, Kimberly, may I share some pictures from our school this year?
Sure.
There's a few pictures. Okay, let me just share my screen. Okay. Alrighty, so here we have Andre with us. Okay. A few of the pictures. Yeah, with Andre. All right, okay. Thank you.
Those are great, and they all love to get his autograph. That's always the highlight.
Yes,
for
yes.
sure. So Andre will be with us again this year. And certainly if you're interested in having him out to your school, it does not cost you anything. That is something that we fund. So please take advantage of that resource. And again, for those of you that are new, we will talk more about it and give you more ideas of what this could look like at your school. So next, I just kind of want to move on to what is new this year. And so we had some teachers busy again this summer. So Kellyanne and Olivia and Aubrey were working together because the school district has really put a big push on SEL and carving time each day for that. And, as we were having discussions about, this new thing that is now being brought to teachers, one more thing added to their plate. We kind of talked about, when you think about what Writers Matter is really, it's an approach. And so it's kind of how you are all the time, not just during ELA or not just during your religion class or not just during your history class, but it really is something that can be incorporated. And what Writers Matter does is get students writing and giving them a voice and giving them a space so that they can share that voice, which is, as we all know, is very much SEL. And so our team came together this summer with Trent McLaurin, and they worked on creating more specific materials and resources for everybody that do a direct connection to our SEL curriculum as well as the Writers Matter curriculum. And so I wanted to give them a few minutes to share some of that, and then we'll continue to share it in future meetings, but I just wanted to give some time, maybe just to give a quick overview, and then maybe go into detail of like a first lesson or something, just to give everybody a taste of what that would look like. So we made two versions. First, we have our elementary version. So Kellyanne, do you want to share that one? And then we made a middle school version that Olivia could share with us as well. The one thing I think we all wanted to say is these aren't like completely finished, finalized. We look forward to getting feedback from all of you and kind of piloting it this year and continuing to add more to these resources as we go through. So Kellyanne, I'll turn it back to you again.
Okay, so this is again, I'm just going to kind of run through it just to show you the general format, which is the same format in both elementary and the middle years. So there's a little intro, there's the approach that Trent wrote. And then when we got together as a team, we picked just 4 things that we focused on that most of you kind of do a version of, probably, if you've been in the program. And then we just sort of hooked it into SEL, did some cutesy things and blah, blah, blah. So, and one of the things Kim and Trent talked about from feedback from the meetings is having like standards that you can easily copy paste. So we have the SEL standards in the note section. Trent put where it's taken from. Of course, is Trent on here? I don't know if he wants to talk. I don't know.
Sorry, you missed it. Trent's at the hospital having a baby right now. So yes, he is unfortunately last minute ditcher of the meeting, but I think it's for a good cause.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so we picked 2 or 3 standards that highlight that particular project. So that's at the beginning. And then I went back and did the writing standards again for and then I specified it for grade, blah, blah, blah. Depending on what you are, you can just copy and paste. And then at the beginning, I think Trent used this word, teacher move. So it's just a few things to consider. This is particularly, they were thinking in mind for someone who's maybe never done this lesson or is new to the program or whatever. So this is just, again, just little like tidbits to think about before you get into it. And then everything is pretty much done for where you can display on your screen, or if you're sharing in Google Classroom, and much of it is interactive and can just be typed on or written over on the screen. And so this is how I would start off my lesson. And then you'll see anything that has a link. We tried to make it as easy as possible for you. It literally is linked right on that slide. So you don't have to go back to the drive that Kim showed you earlier. Again, just, oh, and then there's like little notes at the bottom as well, if that's helpful for some people. This is, again, just literally from my lesson for 4th grade that I use for creative writing. Again, just screenshots, they're all in the book. These are some videos that I use in my room, again, all linked. A little template for the younger kids. And we also try to specify, Trent mentioned like maybe saying, or Kim mentioned, maybe like sort of given an idea of what day you do stuff. Again, everyone's teaching, some are self-contained, some are not. So, but just a helpful thing, particularly for people who might be new, is in the corner. And then it just goes through challenges. Again, just cute little things. Broke it down into theme to give people different books that they might want to use for their class, depending on what works for your classroom. I see a mistake and that gets on my nerves. And that's really it. A lot of it is just screenshots and stuff, so you can kind of have something to show your kids when you're teaching. My Utopia, which I do with, again, my 4th grade. And that's really it. And there's like some things where I gave the like you can work with an art teacher or something, or if you have the capacity to do a lot of visual representations of your writing piece in class as well. Again, anything like this, my draft, this is, again, what I wrote, literally what I give my kids. And then that's it. And then this one was really cool that Olivia did, which is super cute. And again, like took stuff out of the workbook and just made it all onto the slides, and then added a lot of cute things that went with the book that she chose. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you. And so that was just a really quick overview of what you can see there. And then in future meetings, we can go into detail and model kind of what some of these lessons might look like. And so Olivia, would you mind kind of sharing what you created for the middle level crew?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so. Can everyone see that? See it? Yeah, good. All right. So, as Kellyanne said, we tried to come up with slides that basically made Writers Matter as simple as possible for anyone using it, but especially those who are just starting off. So for the middle levels, we're using the same exact categories: the where I'm from, challenges, the utopia, and the dreams, future aspirations. This is for anyone using the blue or green book. And it's laid out exactly the same way as the elementary level slides. We just like matured them up a bit, made them a little fancier for our older kids. So we have the SEL standards, SEL standards that are specific to each lesson. So like this would be the I am from poem. And then just like Kellyanne did, I brought in some of this more specific grade standards for writing. And then things are linked the same exact way that they are in the elementary. So we really tried to make it as like streamlined. So these are slides that like Kellyanne said, you can put them on the board or assign them to your kids, whichever works best for you and your group. And then I want to show our teacher moves. So obviously you do not have to follow what we do. This is just some helpful tips that we find ourselves doing as we are teaching this lesson. And it changes each year and each time that you do it, but you know, whatever works best for you. We got some videos. This is a really great slide that Aubrey made about like having the kids putting stars on their top challenges and things along those lines. These are just some student examples. And these are more some of her Aubrey students' examples. And this is Kellyanne's Utopia, about writing about their dream place. And then and Kellyanne also does imagine a day, like what's the best day that they could ever have. And then the dreams and future aspirations, as you can see down here at the bottom, I have it like specifically labeled, like grade 6 and 7 can work in the where I'm going brainstorming activity in the blue book. As you can see, there's a lot of standards that fit this one. And this is just them like looking at their future. We wanted to do a whole thing about reminding kids about goals and how important goal setting is and how to make their goal measurable and smart. So each slide defines how to have a SMART goal and what each letter of the acronym stands for. And it also provides an example and non-examples. And then again, like down at the bottom, we have some like teacher moves where you could like, all right, does anyone else have an example or non-example of a specific goal? So we go through that with each part of the SMART goal setting and some of their goals that they have, they can list them for you. And now this can be for any grade, but like, since I specifically teach 8th grade, I do this lesson with my kids when they're about to graduate and we listen to the song, Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen. So we even have the video here for you. There, if you click here, there's a link to get the lyrics so that you can print them out for your students or just have them look at them. And there's even directions, like the very first time, we're simply just going to enjoy the song and listen to it. Then the next one, you're going to highlight lyrics that stand out to you, and so on and so forth. And similar to the elementary ones, we do have like days up in the top right corner. You don't have to do it this way, but it's whatever works best for you. And then we have kids picking out lines that stand out to them, writing their own anthems, and working together to read different journal entries. And if you click on each one, it'll take the kids to like a link where they can answer questions and work together. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But you know, we can go into more detail, but if anyone needs anything, just let us know.
What incredible work, right? Like, look at all that they did this summer. Absolutely amazing. So again, for those of you that are brand new, what you'll notice is regardless of what grade you're working with, there's these themes, right? We kind of start off with I am from, there's teen challenges, family matters, goals, dreams, and aspirations, and living life. And so essentially what they did was they went through and created these slides and really tried to make a connection to both the writing standards and the SEL standards with these lessons. So, you know, in a lot of these, you can really, you know, kill quite a few birds with one stone because you're able to use all of that. So kudos to Kellyanne and to Olivia and obviously Aubrey and Trent, who are not here, for putting these together. And again, we will show these again, and you know, we'll do some breakout rooms where they can go into specifics of the different lessons, but these will be put up on the website
I just
very
did,
soon
Kim.
as
I
well.
just put the chat. I just put the link. I made a folder and put
Okay.
it in the resource things. So the link is in the thing.
Thank you for that. And then we'll also get it on the website as well. So amazing, amazing work, you guys. That was incredible. So super excited to see how everybody uses that. All right. So again, just kind of a little more structure to how things are going to go this year. One suggestion was made that we had more like quarterly meetings instead of monthly meetings, that maybe you know, people would be able to attend. So we are going to have those. We are also going to provide a stipend for each of those virtual meetings when we do come together. But what we do ask is that, you know, it's an opportunity for us to learn together and with each other. So we do ask that when you come prepared to share a lesson with us, or to share student writing, even share a challenge that you're having and present it to the group, because as you can see, there is a lot of expertise amongst this group, and everybody is so willing to help and support one another. But really, we need the participation of everybody for that. So those will be the quarterly meetings, and I'll share those dates with you in just a few minutes. Those of you that have a number of teachers working at your school, there will be a teacher leader assigned, if they haven't already been, to your team. And so we do ask that you have some form of monthly meeting within your school, just to kind of help hold each other accountable, help each other with new lesson ideas. Because, you know, it's amazing to hear, oh, guess what? I just tried this out in my room. And someone's like, oh, that's a great idea. I'll try it in my room too. We find that the collaboration is really the key to everything, you know, sharing those ideas, sharing the struggles, sharing what to teach next, all of that kind of stuff. So, so we do look to our teacher leaders to host those and to mentor everybody at the school. And then finally, the leadership team that, you know, we shared with all of you, we will be coming around to your schools, just again as a help or a support, or what more we can do. And so we'll be reaching out to you, that, you know, we'd just love to come into the classroom, meet the students that are working in the program, kind of see what you all are doing. We could attend one of your monthly meetings if that's helpful to you. So, you know, the idea is that we just want to be as helpful and supportive to you. And again, new this year, you're just going to tackle little pieces, right? Don't try to do it all at once, because as you can see, there's a lot here. But as you do things, you're like, oh, now I want to add to it. And that's kind of where all of this has come from. So that's just looking at our year in a nutshell. So these are the meetings that we have coming up for the fall. So on September 18th, we do have our new teacher orientation. So please, 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 if you are new, it'll be really helpful, because we will go into much more detail about getting started and the specifics of the program. You know, please encourage any other teachers that are coming. We will provide a stipend for that. So I will send out an invitation probably by the end of this week for that. Like I said, I'm going to send it to everybody, but only if you're new this year and or last year, should you attend. Our next meeting will be a virtual meeting on October 9th. So that will be a time for us to meet together. And then people had suggested that our in-person gathering, we used to do it kind of closer to the holidays, but they said, make it a little earlier when it's not so dark and cold and weather gets in the way. So, oh, Kellyanne, I see a mistake here. I have diner instead of dinner at LaSalle. So I will add an extra N there. So it's really an opportunity for you to all meet each other in person. We'll run out of space here at LaSalle. We will have dinner and we will have drinks. And so hopefully with enough notice, put that on the calendar. We will have Andre and he can sample a little bit of what he does in the schools, but just really a great opportunity to all come together and celebrate ourselves, because we work pretty darn hard and deserve a little celebration from time to time. And then we'll have our fall showcase meeting on December 4th. So we always call this like our highlight, like come share your, you know, your favorite lesson of the year or something that, you know, way you adapted something. So, you know, we'll give more detail on that. And then I will be having a teacher leader meeting at some point. So I will just be reaching out to the teacher leaders about that. That'll be at a separate time. So once again, just wanted to give another save the date to our October 23rd social gathering, dinner and refreshments here at LaSalle. We hope that you all can attend if at all possible. Last but not least, if you are interested in doing an after-school program, we do have funding for you to do that. Some people have had after-school programs at their school where you have a group of kids that are just really interested in doing more with Writers Matter than what you're able to fit in during the day. So we are more than happy to support that. We also have an art and social justice program available. So if you are interested in looking at Writers Matter through a different lens, we have a whole curriculum created and sample writing and things like that. So again, if these are things that you are interested in, please reach out to us. For those of you that are brand new, don't worry about it. Just get yourself started and we can help with that along the way. So I do have a couple tasks for you before we end today. The first thing is, and a lot of your teacher leaders have been extremely helpful with this, but this is the spreadsheet that I have so far of all of our participants in the program. I'm going to put it in here in the chat. If you would not mind going on, first, make sure you are on there. If you know of any other teachers that are interested in the program, feel free to add them. You'll see the different schools listed. You know, I kind of started with last year and then I've been trying to update as I've been hearing from people, adding new people. So if you aren't on there, please put yourself on there. Most importantly, your name, your email, your school, and what grade you're working with. We also utilize that just to fill our funders in with how many students are using the program, things like that. So it does say number of students. So if you can update that. So that would be extremely helpful. So is everyone can everyone access that? Are you able to see it? And if everything in there looks good and accurate, then that's great. The next thing is that I'm going to put in the chat is the Google form. Please fill this out and we will use this to send your $75 Amazon gift card for attending today. So I will put that in the chat. Please make sure you put your email address in accurately because that's where the gift card will go. So please make sure that you update that appropriately. I just put that in the chat. And then last but not least, if you have not picked up your materials yet, another reminder, please reach out to me so that we can set up a time for you to come get your journals and your curriculum books and your pens. Or I am happy to bring them out to you as if, if that will work out better. So please just get in touch with me so that you are able to get the year started. And, like I said, for those of you that probably felt like a fish out of water this whole session, please come next week. And I promise I will go into far more detail so that a lot of what was said today makes more sense. So last but not least, I just want to wish you all a wonderful school year. We thank you again for being a part of our program. You truly make it what it is, and I am extremely excited. The amount of growth that we've seen this year has been fantastic, and we're looking forward to seeing how many more people we can add to the program. So that's all I have. I'm actually 10 minutes to the good. So if anyone does have any questions, feel free to ask. And otherwise, I will see some of you at the new teacher orientation. Otherwise, we'll see the rest of you in October on, what is it? October 9th. And so as typical, I will send out a calendar invite with the Zoom link for that about a week before. So unless anyone has anything for me, have a great school year, and looking forward to coming out and seeing y'all soon.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
It was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thanks, everyone. Great to see you all.
So, Kimberly,
Yes.
materials, when would be, best for you, or like, I don't even know how this works, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
So best thing, did you get my email? So just send me an email with, some days and times that work for you. Also, how many students you have so that I can gather the materials, and then, you and I can just connect
Perfect.
on a time that works best for you to pop over and pick them up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So glad you're able
you
to
again,
join on such
Kelly,
short
and
notice.
you're the best. Thank you.
So happy you came.
So am I. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim, I
Any-
have a question I want to ask you when people get off.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you want me to, I put it in the chat, but you probably didn't see it. Do you want me to add Fittler, and then put myself there?
Yep. So go ahead and put it on this spreadsheet. I think I
Okay.
did add you, although you might still be under Henry.
I'm under Henry,
Okay.
so. I
Yep.
wanted to-
Yep. So you could kind of move your stuff from there, and you already have your materials, right? So
Yes.
you're good to go for that.
All right.
And then, let me know if you're able to get other teachers in your school to join, and, we can figure something out from there.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Ideally by next week, so they could join the new teacher
Okay.
orientation. So let me know.
All right.
And you
thank
can just, if you have that link, you can just add them to that link.
Okay. No
Okay,
problem.
great. Thanks, Kelly.
Kim, I'll call you. I just have a quick question to ask you.
Okay, you have my cell, right? Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Take care. All right. Anyone else have any other questions? Okie doke. Well, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we will see you soon. Have a great year.